Hey everybody, this is Darkside Elite. Wanted to give a quick video about some rumors being told about Ezra Miller, and what do I think of it? And from what we're seeing from CBR.com, there's reporting 2 days ago that Ezra Miller Flash movie films after Fantastic Beasts 3. Now, this is possibly going to be really good news. They're most likely going to go with Ezra Miller. I don't think they're going to try to redo another Barry Allen and introduce him to the public. Um, there was nothing to me wrong with Ezra Miller's Flash. He just needed a stronger script. In Justice League, I mean, we don't need to go over the whole movie, but there was a lot of things in there that I really liked with his Barry Allen. I think that what they were going to go with is more. No, it's going to be closer to the comic book version that we know of. And he's not blonde haired. He's not that tall, strapping character, but he is a geek, and that's the whole thing about Barry Allen that makes him different than the other Flashes. People want a Wally West, but they don't realize that Wally West is a suave kid. He's a modern kid. Barry is that geeky kid we're all want to associate ourselves with. Even back in the 1960s when he was first created, he had that Jolly G Willikers. He wore a bow tie. He was clean cut. He was that mom and pa type of character. While Jay Garrick was the strapping gentleman's old man. Wally West is more as a today's person. So I think that's why a lot of people want Wally West. But I think that having Barry Allen first is better, and it will give a lot more credence to us having a Wally West. Um, I think that Ezra should get a little bit more of a stronger script. I think that he should have a little bit more of a producer's role. He really is invested into the character. He has proven it. He has talked a lot about the sciences and the physics behind the character, which goes over everyone's head, and that's perfectly fine. However, to us people, to a lot of people, and us, comic book geeks who actually really love the Flash, that to me that's a good sign, and that shows to me that he is that invested in the character. Um, I do also believe that this could also backfire in our faces. That this could be a bait and switch to get people not interested in having a Flash movie. You have our good old friend John Campea talking about Ezra Miller rewriting the Flash script, proving bad ideas are. Let's see what he says here. So let's pull it up. Oh, he has a video. So no, we're not gonna watch the video. It's on YouTube. So basically, he has one that says, reports say Flash movie will continue. Ezra Miller's still on, but probably not true. He doesn't know. He doesn't truly know. He thinks that WB is moving forward. That they should have said something. Me personally, I'm going more the positive route. I think that they want to go with Ezra Miller. I think they want to do a little bit darker of a Flash script, because if anybody doesn't realize, his character is marred in tragedy. He watched his mother die as a little boy. He watched his mother die as a little boy. He never found out who the murderer is, but his father got tasked with the murder and got put in jail for almost all of Barry's life. And he's been wondering who the heck is the one that did this. Now, in the Flash TV show, he saw a man in yellow, but in the comics, he never knew. There was no evidence of who did it. And if they go with that route and they show that Ezra has been on this case for so long trying to figure out who his mother is, I think that it would be a very good story, and it will give a lot of people an understanding of why Barry Allen is one of the most treasured Flashes of all time, next to Jay and Wally. And having Barry cement a legacy for himself and for any other Flashes that we're going to see will give a lot of fans a lot of credence and a lot of love towards what Ezra Miller and what Zach and what WB was trying to do at the very beginning with bringing in Barry Allen Flash. They could have easily brought in Wally West and said that Barry Allen never got the lightning. They could say that Barry Allen died a long time ago, but that would have really confused a lot of comic book fans, because you can't have Wally West without Barry Allen. You can't. There's no way. So I think that Ezra is trying to do a very good script, and I think a lot of people need to really look at a lot of the roles that Ezra Miller has played. He doesn't do fluff movies. He always does dark films, but he does have a lighthearted attitude about things. He's very outgoing. He's very in your face. And about everything about him personally, I can look past that because I don't personally care about that. I care about what this actor is going to give to me on the screen. I don't care about what he does off the screen. I don't care about that. That doesn't attract me to his character, attract me as an actor. What attracted to me as to him as an actor is this guy played a very powerful, dangerous villain in the Fantastic Beasts. He played a sociopath that murdered people in What About Kevin. He played a lot of dark roles, and he does those very, very well. So I'm not saying that he's going to bring a very, very dark and disturbing role to Flash. What I'm saying is he's going to give us a dark story, but it has a lighthearted type of character in there that he wants to try to sink his teeth into and bring to life. He loves this character. He loves everything that Barry Allen brings to the table, but he knows that this character is marred in tragedy, almost as worse as Bruce. And Bruce's character is marred with the fact that he watched both his parents get murdered in front of him. Barry, at this point, if anybody knows the story and don't go off of what the TV show did, he didn't know for years who the heck killed his parent. He killed his mother. He knew that his dad was not guilty. He knew it. His dad wasn't there. If he saw his dad, he would have said his dad did it. Barry is not that type of person. He's not going to lie for his father, and he kept that up for this long until he's a grown man. So that should tell to a lot of people that his father didn't do it, but they just kept thinking that his father did do it, and there was no physical evidence, and the only person that got close was him, and he's a doctor, and he could fabricate evidence and all this and all that. But if they go with what Barry's storyline from the comics, his classic storyline, and tell it more in a modern way, I think a lot of fans are going to really enjoy it and hope that the first villain is not Eobard Thawne. I don't want Eobard Thawne. I want Eobard Thawne to be that character that's in the shadows, watching and waiting until it's time to pounce. Me personally, I think his first villain should be Captain Cold or his rogues. Build his rogues up and do it in a way that the TV show never did, and have them go against the rogues. Have them go against Gorilla Grodd. Then show Eobard Thawne, and then have this gigantic race against time to prevent Eobard Thawne from doing something that's going to do irreparable damage to the timeline. That's going to be phenomenal. And that's what Barry Allen has to do every single time he has to deal with the Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne. He has to do that, and then you can introduce Wally West. You could do a lot of things that can actually be very, very cool for the Flash character. But people are willing to give up on him. Other people are talking about KJ Apa, the kid who's playing Archie in Riverdale. They're thinking he should replace Ezra Miller as Wally West. Why? That means that you basically are getting rid of Barry Allen. But how are we going to know about Wally West? Because the focus of Wally West's character has been around Barry Allen. He became a hero because of Barry Allen. And if we don't understand how Barry Allen died or he disappeared or anything like that, and just assume that the casual audience is going to not care, that's sloppy storytelling to me. That tells to me that the producers and the directors, anybody who's writing these articles, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They just want something different, and they want to hear the fans say we want Wally West, but the fans don't have a story to build to give Wally West any credence. So I personally think that Ezra Miller is a great choice for Barry Allen, and I think he wants to build a very strong story. and he brought in Grant Morrison, who wrote for Flash. And it's funny because sorry about that. It's funny because Jeff Johns built the Flash storylines with Wally West for close to 20 years. He did Wally West, and he did the Green Lantern Hal Jordan. He did dark stories. And to me it's kind of funny. However, Grant Morrison does very dark stories himself. He did the race, the race of his life, I think it was. That was the one where he was going against the Black Flash. People thought, oh, he's going to go against the Black Flash. I don't think so. I think that they're going to set it up to sound like it's the Black Flash, but it's going to be Eobard Thawne. It's just going to be a lot of stuff that's going on, or they're taking that story, setting it up to make it seem like that we're in the middle of him being the Flash for, let's say, a couple of years, and he's dealing with a lot of ramifications that's been going on, and we're getting in the middle of the story instead of us another origin story. Like, we don't need an origin story of the Flash because of the TV show. However, I would like to see how he got his powers, because his powers are going to be different. Are they going to keep the blue lightning? Are they going to explain the reasoning of his powers? Are they going to explain excuse me? Are they going to explain the ultraviolet reasonings of why his lightning is not the classic color? Those are little things that Ezra Miller is thinking about, and he really wants to put into his movie with Grant Morrison. Sorry about that again. So, just to wrap this up, because I don't want this to be too long, I think that Ezra Miller is going to play that character. I think we should not fear anything. I think that we should be hyped up, because if he's going to do this after Fantastic Beasts 3, then he's going to put all of his focus and everything into the movie. I think that he's going to be working with Grant Morrison on a much stronger script. I think he presented something, and because of that, him presenting something, that shows that WB is showing confidence, and so is Walter Hamada. And we should show confidence too. We shouldn't be giving up on Ezra Miller. I think that we should be more celebrating the fact that, hey, it seems like they're going to push forward. And we should be jumping on that boat. We should be jumping on the boat and say, hey, if Ezra Miller's in on it for The Flash, we should be in on it too. I think that John Campea is telling his story, and he has the right to say that. But he has proven time and time again he is a shill. He has proven time and time again he doesn't care. He has proven numerous times that he is not behind DC. He doesn't care, and he wants what he wants. And that's fine to want what you want. But as a person that's a pundit, and he says he's a pundit, and he only relates to news, you can't show that level of bias. You got to show that level of openness to say, hey, I do want Ezra Miller part as the Flash. I will celebrate him being part of the Flash, and I will do numerous videos to say I want Ezra Miller part of the Flash. He has shown this and this and this. But John Campea doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. And a lot of other YouTubers out there don't do that. They jump on bandwagons, and they just want what they want, and they will ruin it for the rest of the audience because they're spouting their own personal truths. Now, you could say the same thing for me. You could say the same thing for Chris Wong. You could say the same thing for Dave Pena. You could say the same thing for John Aaron Garza and Ben Everts and the Comic Movie Marks. You could say that for all of us within the Snyder Cut movement. But here's the thing. Even though I said in a previous video that a good amount of the YouTubers out there that are starting to slowly sound like they're moving on, but they're still doing videos to say, hey, I do want this character, but they are open to newer interpretations. Me, I want a stronger storyline to build something off of, and to get rid of Barry Allen just to introduce Wally West. That's a disservice to Barry Allen, because that means we never got to understand Barry Allen. We never knew. We're not going to know who Wally West is. We don't know their relationship. We're going to get a Wally West when he's already the Flash. So now we're going to get more of Wally West instead of Barry Allen. Or we're going to get a half story because we don't know this version of Barry Allen, and we're only going to know halfway because of this Wally West. I understand how Hollywood thinks when it comes to stuff like this. They think that the fans don't care. They just want you to just look at the flashy things and look at all these characters and move forward instead of actually saying, hey, this doesn't seem right. Why did you do this? That's why I personally believe that if we all want Ezra Miller as the Flash, we need to voice it. We need to sit it on Twitter. We need to do a lot of things to show that we do want Ezra Miller as the Flash. We do want Ezra Miller as Barry Allen. I want Barry Allen. I give it up for Grant Gustin for a lot of the stuff that he says. I have my negativities towards the TV show Flash, but I'm always willing to sit down and see what they do next season. Same thing goes for if they're going to try something new with the DCEU. But if it sounds like it's a hunk of crock, it's a hunk of crock to me, and that's what it is to me. But I'm not saying not to champion it. I'm not saying not to do anything negative towards it. What I'm saying is, yeah, voice your opinion, but be civil about it. Just say, hey, this doesn't seem right, and voice with your money. But don't boycott. Don't boycott it. Wait till a trailer comes out. Wait to hear a little bit more information. And I'm going to wait till I hear a little more information. John Campea could be right. They could be, it's probably not going to happen. But I think that it is going to happen because Ezra has shown that he really wants this. And getting Grant Morrison to do it. And then you have Ava DuVernay picking up Tom King, who wrote numerous books for Batman. So they're getting comic book writers to help them craft their stories. So that tells me they're having confidence in doing that. And to me, that's a lot better. So, like, comment, subscribe down below. If you want to talk about this, hey, let's talk about this. I really want to hear the opinions. I think that Ezra Miller will be a great Flash. If you don't like him as Flash, that's fine. You can call me an idiot. That's perfectly fine too. But what I want is an open dialogue. I want civil dialogue because I think that we should be talking about Ezra Miller as the Flash, and I think that this character and I think this actor deserves at least 1 or 2 movies to tell his story. And if it's a hunk of crock, it's a hunk of crock, and then we can move forward and move on with Wally West. But hey, that's my opinion. You guys have a great day. Bye.